What's up, family Lamskis? I hope y'all are doing good today. I just wanted to make a video because I got nearly 20 new subscribers in one day, and that's crazy. You know, only have 50 subscribers, so that's a pretty nice chunk there. And so I want to make this video for any of those people who might happen to catch this. I think I got all these new subscribers because I uploaded the video from Dragon Ball Z where Goku arrives on Namek and scares the crap out of Jason Birder. Because that's probably my single most favorite moment in the entire Dragon Ball Z franchise. And when it first aired, I saw it when it first aired. I was there, 7th grade, I think it was 1998, Toonami on Cartoon Network. So there's this famous story about the initial Dragon Ball Z run on Toonami. I don't know if the kids these days know about it, but when it first aired, Ocean Dub, the company who did all the voices and the background music, they only did the first 53 episodes. And so I'm a 7th grader. I had no idea. So like this was the end of the 53rd episode where Goku finally arrives and he's about to beat the shit out of everybody. I mean, I remember the next day when I was walking to school, I was like so excited. I couldn't wait. I was like, dude, I can't wait to see what happens, man. That's all I was thinking about all day, like talking to other kids at school about it. You know, like Dragon Ball Z was fucking lit, bro. It was so much fun. And so that whole day, I'm like, wait for it to get home from school and watch it. And then it restarted from the first episode. And see, I didn't start watching Dragon Ball Z when it first aired until Vegeta was already the Ozaru during their fight. So I missed the whole first like 20 episodes. So like when it restarted and I didn't know, it shows Raditz landing. I didn't know anything about who Raditz was. I didn't know the storyline at all. The only thing I noticed is that the animation quality was different and it was like confusing. And so then I was like, oh, well, maybe they just left it at a cliffhanger and now they're introducing this new part of the story just to keep the tension of the cliffhanger. But then it slowly dawned on me that this was the first episode and that there was no new episode. So I didn't know what was going to happen to Jason Birder, bro. And it fucking sucked, bro. And they ended up playing the first 53 episodes over and over and over again. I think it took like a year or two before they finally came out with the new dub. And the new dub sucked. I like it now. I'm okay with it now. But when it came out, it was trash, bro. The Ocean dub is so much better. The voices, especially the music. I actually like Ocean dub's music more than the actual original Japanese music. That's how partial I am to it. And so I found this clip on the internet a couple years ago. And I've been, I'll seek it, especially when I get drunk and start thinking about, Dragon Ball Z. I'll seek it out. So this time I downloaded it, because it was kind of hard to find, and I was like, well, I don't want to miss the chance. So I downloaded it, and now it's on my channel. So that way, no matter what happens, I'll always have it. And so to all the new people on this channel, 50 subscribers, one thing I like to say is don't call it a comeback, Mr. Beast. Don't call it a comeback, PewDiePie. I got 50 subs now, so you better watch your back. But this isn't a Dragon Ball Z channel, really. This is a me channel. This channel is for me to talk. I started uploading videos originally on my 40th birthday, which was December 2nd, 2025, because I struggled with alcohol addiction, and, not like I'm a victim or something, but, this was like kind of a thing that I was going to make videos, keeping a journal, because it's a lot easier to just talk to a camera for 15 minutes than it is to sit there and write a journal. I'm never going to go back. I have journals that I've even read some of on this channel, but I don't go back and read that stuff. But with these videos, like, I've already gone back and watched many of them. So at first, when I started this channel, it was all about sobering up from alcohol. And I eventually did sober up from alcohol about 2 weeks after I started this channel. That lasted for 2 months, and before I started drinking again. And then a month ago, I went a little over 2 weeks without drinking, but I got a job and I couldn't resist. I was so happy to have a job. I know that's just an excuse. I mean, because a real alcoholic, it doesn't matter if you're happy or sad. You'll drink for whatever reason. But that was my reason. So now I am currently drinking because I have this job, and, it's cunning, baffling, and powerful. I don't claim to be, this great person or anything like that. So I try not to be a hypocrite. the main things I like to talk about on this channel is like sobriety and my life, because I was keeping this journal, right? And I put it up on YouTube because I don't want, to use all the memory up in my phone from these videos. And so I started getting views on some of my videos, even though I've never advertised this channel to anybody. I don't share, at least no one in real life knows I have this channel, well, except for my brothers. But there ain't no way they watch that. They've had enough of me. So it was kind of an interesting idea to me when I started getting views from other people, and I got a comment here and there. It's like, well, maybe it's cool. Like, it's a journal, it's for me. It's not really for you per se, even though I have people who appreciate my channel, Mr. Camping with Champion being an example. And the guy who called me insincere that one time I haven't heard from lately. Hope you're doing all right, bro. But it was an interesting idea. I was like, well, hey, I'm putting my thoughts out there. And since it's public, just in case someone's watching it, they might find a hole in something that I'm saying. So that leaves me open to criticism, so someone might see something because, y'all don't know me. Y'all don't give a shit about me like that, So maybe I'll say something that y'all think is fucking insane or nuts, and you call me out in the comments. See, that's the type of feedback I would never receive in real life. Even if I get critical comments from, like, my friend James, for example, he knows me. He's known me for 25 years, He's biased. He's not going to, like, drag me through the mud, But, people in the comment section don't have any idea who I am, don't care about me. Like, they will drag me through the mud if I say something that compels them to do so, and I think that's a good thing. So that's primarily why this channel exists. I just spent 6 months being unemployed. My father died in September. I quit my job in October. It was sad, with my dad passing away and stuff. I'm better now. Now it's been, it's about 7 months. Things are, I don't cry like every day anymore. And it wasn't like full blown crying every day, just like a thought comes and all of a sudden my eyes turn into waterfalls. But I have to mention this caveat, like I never do like the like the actual cry part, but like my eyes do fucking turn into waterfalls. So anyway, with that out of the way, if you're still interested in my channel, other things I talk about UFC. I would say MMA overall, or more broadly, but UFC. I mean, it's pretty much. I don't really watch anything else. I don't watch One or Ryzen or PFL. I only watch UFC. That's all I got time for, man. I mean, I love fighting, but I don't love it that much. Like UFC, definitely good enough. Okay. I also like to talk about true crime. For example, some big cases going on the last 6 months. Obviously, the biggest one is Nick Reiner murdering his parents, Rob Reiner and Michelle Reiner. Rob Reiner's famous director. I only ever knew him growing up as the guy who South Park made fun of. But see, when I was a kid, I did watch A Princess Bride, but I had no idea that he was that guy until he was murdered. I was like, oh, Rob Reiner did Princess Bride, Misery, Stand By Me, and A Few Good Men. And I guess when Harry Met Sally, but I don't fuck with romantic comedies like that, so I haven't seen that one. I don't know how people can be interested in movies like that, but I guess it's a girl thing or something. There are the Tepe murders where a dentist and his wife are murdered by his wife's ex-husband. Corey Richards went to trial this year. She murdered her husband. She poisoned him with fentanyl, and she got found guilty. She's going to be sentenced in May. She's probably going to get life without parole. So that's cool. I'm really into true crime. I like justice. And I'm not political. I mean, I do post some. I have like one political short on my channel, but I don't really talk about politics too much because it's too like controversial and complex. I don't really want to like alienate people because it's not really a focus of mine. I mean, of course, things have gotten crazy a little bit lately with the Iran situation, the Epstein files. But I'm not really a big politics guy. So MMA, true crime. I also talk about God a lot. I'm Christian. I'm not going to say I'm very Christian. I'm not a good Christian. I'm just a guy who I believe in Jesus. And, I have a lot of thoughts about God. And, I'm not sitting here like reading the Bible to you or, trying to be cringe or... If you want to check it out, you check it out. But yeah, man, 20 subscribers in one day, bro. I'm pretty much famous now. So I guess I just start live streaming every night. And y'all can send me super chats and I can quit my... my lucrative job at McDonald's. I want to talk about McDonald's a little bit, man. It's a good job, man. Like today, I did good. I've been good. I haven't been late. I haven't called in. I haven't complained. Um, Everything's cool, man. But today was like stuff was like getting on my nerves. I have to be careful with that because I need this job because I don't want to have to go look for another job. Like it's so much easier to just already have a job. I don't have to worry about rent. You know, I know for a fact that money's coming in, so that's fine. So I'm not trying to make waves or complain or be hard to work with or unpleasant to be around. But like today, man, I was kind of getting upset because I feel like I'm not sure if I'm probably just being insecure, man. But like, okay, I needed to pee, right? It already been there for 2 hours. It's not like I just showed up and immediately want to go use the bathroom, right? And to me, I'm 40 years old, man, and my other jobs never had to like ask if I can pee because it's kind of degrading. 40-year-old man asking, "Can I use the restroom?" Yeah, but McDonald's is very busy and they run a very tight ship. They have specific ways of doing specific things. So I go to the supervisor. I'm like, "Hey, whenever slow down, can I pee?" And she just like kind of nods, like she doesn't say yes or no. So I go away and like I'm thinking to myself, she's gonna forget. So I'm sitting there watching her like when it slows down, because I'm running the window when you first give them your card to pay when you're paying. That's where I'm at. I'm just sitting there watching. So it's been like half an hour since I asked if I could go pee real quick. Like it slowed down. Like I totally could just go pee. I'm just watching her because like I know she forgot, right? Like, so I know it's not like a big deal, right? It's not that big of a deal, man. Like she was busy. Maybe she forgot. But it was annoying because when I first asked her, she didn't like. I know she heard me. She did nod. Like she did acknowledge the fact that I was speaking words to her. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's clearly she forgot. And so I waited a whole hour, bro. So I have to pee like super bad, but I just hate having the feeling of needing to pee. So as soon as I feel it, I go pee. But so I'm sitting there holding it. So I'm like, okay, she forgot for sure, 100%. And it's just like getting on my nerves. So finally, I'm just like, Jesus, please. I'm getting angry. Please, Jesus, just let me calm down. Just let me calm down. Just let me calm down. And it kind of worked, but there's still a couple of things that were annoying. So like when I went and master again, hey, could I use the bathroom? A normal person would say, "Oh, geez, I forgot. I'm sorry. Sure, go ahead." But instead, again, she's just like, okay. So I go back to the register to wait for someone to replace me, and then she's like, "Hey, I need you up front. Joe needs to use the restroom." So she's like announcing to the world that I gotta go pee, which I mean, not a big deal, right? But it's like it's kind of degrading to me. It's like, why does everybody need to? I gotta go pee. Like, obviously they know that's what I'm doing. They see me walk out the kitchen. Where else am I going? But still, just like the whole like announcing a thing and not acknowledging that she forgot in the first place. I know it's not the end of the world. I have to keep telling myself that. That's why I'm praying to Jesus. Like, please, Jesus, don't let me get mad. Because once I get mad, I like the way anger makes me feel. So it starts feeding into itself. And that's why alcohol's, bad for me. But, okay, so that's one thing, And then later on, I noticed this girl goes on her lunch break. And I was there for 2 hours before she was. And so it was just like, and I'm just thinking to myself, they forgot about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know that I'm going on break. And it's not that they don't know to me, it's that they don't care. Like, literally, it doesn't occur to them. So I asked this girl, I was like, I'm just kind of confused because you clocked in at 3. I've been here since 1, but now you're already on break, and I haven't been on break. And she's like, yeah, they probably just forgot, And I know that that's probably all it is, but in my mind, bro, I'm just like, they didn't forget. They just don't give a fuck. Like, and I start feeling insecure. Like, is there something about me they don't like? And then that makes me feel resentful because I don't feel like I've done anything wrong. So it's like, well, if they don't like me, then fuck them anyway. And so then I'm like, Jesus, please let me calm down. I don't. This never ends well for me when I start feeling this way. And finally, they did remember because I didn't want to ask, like, hey, did you forget to send me on my lunch break? Because then it makes me look like I'm a needy little bitch who only cares about going on break, right? So it's like they're setting me up for failure by not remembering to send me on break. So I don't want to ask because I think it'll make me look bad. So they finally remembered. And then just another thing, like I'll say thank you to them when they help me. I'll say thank you. And they never say you're welcome back. Like, if someone thanks you, just say you're welcome, bro. It's too easy. But otherwise, I'm very happy there. I'm so happy. I love the job. I love Jesus, and I love you guys. Thanks for subscribing. Y'all have a nice day.